here, everybody, at the ponds. As you can see, there's nobody else here. This is the original scheduled night of the Catfish Derby. There's the shelter house that they set up, register, weigh in, and all that. Award prizes. It's abandoned. It's well after 7 p.m. Sun's going down. And we are going to guess that they canceled tonight. Still no flag on the flagpole. Side note, we're here with Miss Sonia. We have our gear all loaded. Yeah, chairs. Got the big cat pole, big ugly stick cat rod, Zebco 888 Pro Staff reel. 60 or 80 pound test braid, I can't remember which. Big braid anyway. I just walked through a spider web. But anyway, we're here. And I'm going to presume that they have canceled tonight's derby. I've seen no cancellation notice. But also, dear, as we was talking this evening, I've not seen any advertisement for it either.
No.
Now, back when we got the permits last spring, is when I wrote down the date. You know, they had the dates of the youth derby, the trout, the catfishing, and everything.
There's maple trees growing.
Yeah, there's maple trees growing. This edge maintenance is really going downhill. But anyway, that's when I wrote down, they give me the dates of all the things going on this year. Now, hold on, dear. If we can look down through here, we had a thunderstorm go through a little bit ago. You can barely see the top through the trees there. We got maybe 1/5 of an inch of rain.
Maybe.
1/10 or less anyway.
But it was so nice to see the rain.
It was interesting for the 3.5 minutes it lasted. But
Yeah.
so it dampened the grass and stuff. But anyway, back to it. You can see down this edge here, along the weed line, is normal level. We're down close to 3 feet, 2 to 3 feet. I'll walk down to that cement and get a better gauge of that. But we're way down. I don't know if that has anything to do with it or not. Now I'm going to watch her go get caught in quicksand here and go up to her knees.
No, I ain't going that far.
Step in that mucky muck.
Just looking at other babies.
Yeah. But anyway, this is normal shoreline right here, right there at the edge. And it's down. And there again, I'm speculating, not even guessing. Whether that has anything to do with it or not. You can see up through there, the brush line, you know, is the normal shoreline, and where it ends, there's an edge to the bank. But nobody's here. They've not advertised lately. They have been advertising another youth derby coming up the 8th of next month. The last one was such a success, and I'm thrilled for it, that I guess they're having another one. We'll walk down here to this handicap accessible thing and see if we can't get a little bit better handle on the depth. Watch me fall in here now. A couple of feet anyway, at least, if not more. This water comes up, well, it comes up to about their normal level. And it's down there. I'm not going to step down there to give a gauge. Like I said, you get into that mucky muck, and then you're up to your knee before you know it. But anyway, the water's down. I've not seen a thing about them stalking. I've not seen a thing about the catfish derby tonight. There's a couple other folks around here fishing down there. Another body of water over there goes around, comes around, wraps to there. This is a separate one. And the far end up there is more.
Wow.
But yeah, it's down further than it was last time I was up here.
Yep.
That rough cement wasn't showing. Last time it was down to it.
Yeah.
So it's down even further now than it was then. What's that been? Week and a half was up here?
At least.
Week to a week and a half, somewhere in there, yeah. So it's been dry. It's dry everywhere. We've got Muskingum River stuff in Zanesville. And you can walk across it everywhere right now, not get your knees wet.
That's sad.
Yeah. Licking River here is just as bad. It was never deep anyway. Normal level, you could walk across it and not get your knees wet, but now it's maybe shin deep, halfway up the shin.
Data was telling me about another one that's never had drought and it's walkable.
Yeah.
I can't remember which one it was, but they've never had it dry.
But this drought's hitting a lot of people and affecting a lot of bodies of water. Okay, we're walking across here to another, lake, pond, whatever you call it. You know the definition
Pond.
between a pond and a lake?
Pond.
I didn't know for years till this past winter
Really?
what makes a lake or a pond a pond.
I thought it was the size.
Anyway,
Be nice.
I am.
This is always underwater.
Yeah, this is,
Oh, and
you can see the water line right there, which puts this front half underwater.
a barrel sitting out there.
Hard to say.
Looks like a special fish barrel.
Right out there, could be. Look over here, you can see how far it's down, at least a couple of feet. Anyway, the official thing that I learned, difference between a pond and a lake. Look here, so I know you're absorbing. This is a golden nugget of information, of knowledge.
Yeah, okay.
A lake is defined by a body of water, irregardless of size, as to whether the sun hits the bottom or not. Sunlight hits the bottom. And a pond, of course, sunlight filters down to the bottom. That was the definition I come up
Which
with.
is why we have all this green stuff.
Well, yeah, it's photosynthesis. There's another big word for you today, too. Huh? Well, I didn't know this was going to be an educational trip. I was going
teacher.
to educate you on out fishing you. And somebody left their trash. But anyway, that was the definition I come up with, was whether the sunlight gets to the bottom or not. So take that for what it's worth, but that's what I come up with. Because I've seen some real small bodies of water named a lake. And
They must be really deep.
it must be, yeah. That's what got me to wondering.
Wow.
But that's the official definition between a lake and a pond. It's not square acreage or surface area or nothing. According to that, it's the depth. So, but yeah, we're way down here, you can see. And again, if I had any impact on not holding this tonight, I don't know.
I'd say it did.
But yeah, I wish they'd have put a cancellation or something up. And
Yeah. Would have been nice.
so shall we make our way back the other direction now?
Yep.
Walk through the goose poop and the soaking wet grass, get my feet even wetter? What do you mean maybe not? That's a lot of grass between and the car. And yes, folks, you see it. The old Blazer's still chugging, all in the fishing gear.
And two.
So anyway, told you I've never been attached to a vehicle till that one, and it's a personal thing. It's an intimate thing. How far can we go together? So anyway, did you find that amusing? I guess. Sloshing through the mud,
Oh,
getting my
my
feet
goodness.
wet. You all know I'm a gentleman fisherman. I don't get wet or nothing. Yes, I do. I'm usually soaked to the gills by the time our fishing trips are done anyway. Just
Yeah, we are.
absolutely soaked. But yeah, there was no sign up coming in for tonight's derby. There is a sign up for the next youth derby, as I was mentioning. I'm pretty sure it's the 8th of next month. So it's not posted, not being held. You do know what that means. You understand the implications that goes with that and the obligations. I need to get a hold of Parks next week and see what happened. See if it's something that we can assist in correcting.
I'd say it's just the water.
And it could
We
be,
can't
but
help with that.
no, but you know, if Lord forbid there needs help with organization of it and all that sort of thing, I'm down for it, regardless of my relationship with the Parks Department. We have always promoted fishing and stuff heavily. We've give things away to people that we've seen on lakes and ponds, you know, bobbers, and Lord, we're famous for giving bait away.
Well,
So
hopefully
anybody
it
that
rains
needs it.
between now and next tournament
So,
for the kids.
but you know, we've always promoted it, and I will assist in promoting it in any way I can. Let's look at the goldfish, the bluegill pond here. Now here's where they set up and they do the registration and the weigh-ins and give away the door prizes and trophies and all that at the end. There's nobody here. And up there, way up there, I don't know if the house will show up, you know, there's a fence up there that they'll put a banner up for events that are here. Youth derby, catfish derby, trout derby, whatever, you know, that type of thing. And there's none there, and I haven't seen anything, at least in the past week and a half, knowing it was getting close. So something's come up, and I understand that it does. Things do come up. But there again, you know, if they're looking for volunteers to help organize, do the legwork or whatever, I'm going to have to put my name on the list if it's a matter of that. Because,
I don't think it is.
you know, we're time. What? What is it? They're baby geese. They will eat us. What do you worry about? They will eat us.
I don't want to disturb them.
Well, I'm looking at the pond here, the bluegill pond. And you've caught a fair amount of bass out here too. There's that thunderhead up there that we got a little bit of rain out of. Yeah, it got bigger and everybody else is getting more rain than we are. Oh yeah, this is way down. Down a couple of feet, dear, or so. So you worry about the baby ducks over there, ducklings. Come here. You're all right. They're okay. And where this is not as shallow as you think it is out there in the middle, but got all this algae and growth growing in here with this hot sun. Yeah, it's,
So muddy.
you can see how far down it is.
Holy cow.
Yeah, come on. They're okay. Yeah, we've never seen it like this in 5 years, 6 years, 5 years, whatever it's been here. Yeah, it's usually. Water is up past the bottom of that white thing, that nest box, whatever that is. And but here, yeah, it's water's level with the bank, if you remember.
Itty bitty fish.
And that could have a lot to do with it, or all to do with it, or nothing to do with it. I'll find out, and I'll send a legit inquiry. And I called them today, left a voicemail, and never got a call back. You know, inquiring about the time and stuff, if it was still on, since I'd seen no advertising. And they could have been out of the office today. This could be a 4-day weekend for them. I don't know how the holidays work for government employees anymore. But yeah. So here we are, dear. We'll run up and check the boat next. Couple of thunderheads. Done missed us. We got what we was going to get for the night. Let's go to the boat. She always takes pictures of flowers, plants, mushrooms, whatever natural things of interest catches her eye. Got her a new phone a month or so ago. Her old one ran out of room. I'm not talking about the SD memory card. I'm talking about the internal. None of her apps wanted to work because it kept buffering, saying not enough space. Got her a new phone and doubled the internal storage and put a bigger SD card in. This phone has a macro setting on it, and she's been all over it. So, her and Miss Abby takes these pictures, and they use them as computer screensavers. They save them. I don't know what all they do with them. I mean, what can you do with a mushroom picture after a while?
Come wintertime, you look back on them thinking, yeah.
While we're freezing our butts off.
Exactly.
So they don't do anything but make you homesick for summer. Alrighty. One other couple come in and down there fishing. They didn't know of a derby, so yeah, we're just going to go that there's not one tonight. Not at this point anyway. There she is. Just a quick check here. We're talking about a trip this weekend. This is Labor Day weekend. Everything looks good. You hold the camera or unsnap that back when I want to look at the battery. Make sure it ain't oozing or anything, whichever you want to do there. And let's see, there it is. Of course, my wick rag is dry as a bone. And it don't rain here anymore. Oh yeah. Pardon me. Anyway, wanted to make sure there ain't no fluid oozing around the posts or anywhere. You know, it's still a new kind of unproven battery. Unproven meaning, you know, it's new. And it's been sitting here trickling, maintaining all this time. But just wanted to make sure of that, and we're good. This actually needs to go down, so it ain't holding a big hole on big. Okay. There's my channel locks I've been looking for.
Imagine that.
But anyway, I've been looking for them, you know.
Safe and sound.
A good country shade tree mechanic depends on vice grips, zip ties, never sees, and channel locks. Yeah, I got more than that. I have great tools. But yeah, that's the fundamentals that you just can't live without. Anyway, talking about a weekend trip this weekend, we're debating. Old Faithful here. Now, I said, you know, in there behind that back door between the tank and where the body comes down and running board, you know, it's frame rusted and is broke. It's all but broke. Still runs like a top. That powertrain can't be beat. And I'm just wondering if we can't get away with one more trip to the lake this weekend. But here's the thing, dear. Dillon Lake is way down. I'm hearing tell Rush Creek is way down, and it's hard to launch. Well, you can launch, but it's hard to trailer your boat. It's so low. You know, the cement goes out so far and it ends.
That don't sound like fun.
Yeah, that's my debate. It's a lightweight boat,
But
and it ain't been that long ago she and I could pick it up and carry it, one on each end. But yeah, you know, the last time we was there, you could see in that underwater fish attraction light, algae was thick, and you can see the algae just floating in there loose. You know, just, you remember seeing that, just particulate floating around everywhere. It was hot and dry then, and the lake was down then. I'm just picturing what it is. What, 3 weeks later now,
and no rain.
and no rain. You know, my phone keeps going off here, and I'm rather amazed. I ain't going to show it here. One of my lodge brothers, you know, a conversation struck up for lodge. One of my lodge brothers is presently, at the moment, winging his way to Yakutat.
Say that 3 times.
Let me bring that name up again here and read it. Yakutat, Alaska, with his oldest son and his brother and his 2 sons for salmon fishing as we speak tonight. So somewhere there's the west. Look to the northwest. I'll salute you. Have a good time, man. We're going to be looking for some pictures when you get back. But yeah, on his way to Alaska tonight as we speak. Might be in a layover or something somewhere before he boards an Alaskan flight. Who knows? But
Who knows?
on his way to Alaska, salmon fishing. There'll be bear poop in a week if they ain't careful. But anyway, we're contemplating another trip. We don't have the hitch on the van yet. I haven't done anything the last week and a half, thereabouts. We have, but it's been usual stuff, usual life stuff that you do. And it's been hot. It has been brutal this week, as everybody knows. You know, there's a big area clamped down on this heat thing. But, you know, the everyday living stuff, it gets you. And so we may. But apparently there's going to be no cat tournament tonight, and I hate that. But we'll figure it out. But you know, with no derby tonight, that means that my last year's second place holding still stands. I'm still the reigning holder of the placement for another year.
Yes, dear.
I was not bumped off this year.